Namaste students, I am JVN Dr. Aziz Mohammed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic non-mechanical method, non-mechanical method of the cell disruption. In the previous video I discussed about the mechanical method of the cell disruption, and in this video I am going to discuss about the non-mechanical method. So in the non-mechanical, the first is physical method. So I will discuss about the physical method in this video lecture. So physical means the change in the environment. Change in the environment of the cell is added as a physical method. Means physical state of the cell is changed, which will result in the lysis of the cell. So what are the methods which are used in the physical cell disruption? The first is the thermolysis. The periplasmic protein G negative bacteria are released when the cells are heated up to 50 degrees centigrade. And there are different type of microorganisms which have different capacity to survive the temperature. So thermolysis is the technique which is applied to kill and to uh, mm, disrupt the cells by applying some high temperature. If some microorganisms have capacity to survive 50 degrees centigrade, then they will be applied a temperature of the 60 degrees so that the cellular debris will be released and all the cellular components will come out of the cell. Similarly, if some bacteria have a capacity to survive 30 degrees centigrade, and then they will treat it at temperature of the 40 degrees so that their cellular compartments will be come out and they will be released. Some cytoplasmic proteins can be released from E. coli with 10 minutes at 90 degrees centigrade. This is the thermolysis of the cytoplasmic protein of E. coli. And some improved protein release has been obtained after short high temperature shock. Short high temperature shock can also be provided in which we apply a high temperature for a shorter time, for a few seconds. Okay. Similarly, we can also give a low temperature, not a high temperature like the short high temperature shock, but it is little bit high but long time. Okay. And so the short high temperature shock results in highly unavailable as protein solubility change the protein fluctuations. Next technique is decompression. Decompression means compressing the cells. The cell suspension is mixed with the pressurized subcritical gas. Okay, cell suspension is mixed with the some pressurized subcritical gas for a specified time. Okay, and the gas will enter the cell, expand or release, and will cause the cell to burst. So the cell and gas will come in contact with each other. The gas will enter into the cell, and this will cause bursting in the cell. What is the advantage of this method? Some supercritical CO2 is able to extract off flavors that are caused by the lipid components. So it is gentle on the cells, resulting in large debris that are easier to remove in the order to obtain desired products. What is the disadvantage? Low efficiency, high dependency on pressure release, and time of contact between the cell suspension. The next is osmotic shock. Means the cells are added in a high or low salt concentration. Okay, In this method, we apply different salt concentration to the cells. It is caused by the sudden change in the salt concentration. Cells are first exposed to high or low salt concentration, then conditions are quickly changed oppositely. Okay, suppose that they are in the low salt concentration, then immediately they are exposed to the high salt concentration, which will lead to osmotic pressure and the cell will rise. Okay, so there are three type of osmotic shock. First is the hypertonic, second is the isotonic, and last is the hypotonic. Hypertonic will cause the shrinkage, S2 release, release of the S2. The isotonic will cause first intake of the H2O, then outtake of the H2O. In the hypotonic, what happens? In the hypotonic solution, the water will enter, and after that, we are applying more water, which will release the cells to uh, burst. So this is a basic of the osmotic uh, shock treatment. What are the disadvantages? This method has low efficiency. It requires enzymatic pre-treatment to weaken the cells, and it requires the addition of the high amount of the cells, and it is dependent on water usage, high water usage, and the product may be diluted, which increases downstream processing cost. So these are the methods by which we can uh, kill, we can burst our cells of interest, and these methods include thermolysis, decompression, and the osmotic shock. So these methods are dependent on the change in the physical condition of the cells, which will result in the shrinkage of the cells, or it may also cause the bursting of the cells. So this method, I hope that students have been better understood in these three methods. If you have any questions, you can ask me directly. What kind of questions which can be asked here? Uh, the questions which can arise that explain physical method of the cell disruption, explain non-mechanical cell disruption method. So we can answer physical method in non-mechanical cell disruption. Similarly, if somebody asks that explain various methods of cell disruption, explain osmotic shock in cell cells disruption, explain thermolysis, explain role of thermolysis in cell disruption, explain role of decompression in the cell disruption, explain role of osmotic shock in cell disruption. So you can answer it very well. So my lecture is over here. Thank you very much.